What's going on, world? We're back for part 2. We are Sports Moods. 2 Moodies.
1 dude.
Sports. Let's go. What's going on, world? I'm C. Moody.
I'm D. Moody.
And we're back for part 2 of Sports Moods. The last podcast we had, we was talking about the Mayweather and McGregor fight. We were just getting into WWE, and now we're here talking about Raw, talking about the Intercontinental Championship Battle Royal that they had this past Monday. And I wanted to ask before we get off this topic, The Miz and Jeff Hardy, who do you think is going to win?
I'm gonna go with the Miz. I can't see the title changing hands like on a Monday Night Raw. Just given the fact that we just had a title change with the women on the women's side, so okay. I think somehow the Miz Taraj is gonna get involved.
Definitely. And
somehow help the Miz win. Now I will say I like the Miz as the IC champion, but I just kind of feel like since he's been the champion, he's had so many matches with Dean Ambrose, and the title just doesn't seem as relevant as it should be.
Right.
Which he's expressing those concerns on Raw. I mean, how do you have a SummerSlam pay-per-view with the IC title not being defended?
With every other championship defended.
Was defended that night. So it's like you put The Miz on the pre-show in a 6-man tag match that nobody saw. But my thing is, I like him as a heel. He's really good at that. He's really good on the mic. But I don't see really right now Jeff Hardy taking the belt from him on Raw next week. Maybe at the next pay-per-view or so,
yeah,
he may win.
I'm glad you said that last part, too, because I was going to add into that. I really like The Miz as a heel. Like, I can say he's one of the people that's a heel, and I really don't like him. Like, there's not a lot of heels that I'd be like, oh, man, I want somebody to tear him apart. Like, Kevin Owens, I like him as a wrestler. His heel part really doesn't matter to me. But The Miz, like, truly embodies a heel. So, yeah, definitely. I kind of feel like The Miz might take it. Jeff Hardy has to prepare himself. They're going to rebuild it up for the next pay-per-view. So, whether he wins or loses, they're going to rematch it again at No Mercy. I think that's the Raw pay-per-view coming up. So, yeah, that's what it is with that match.
You know, I think, too, it could be, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a ladder match. Just to kind of spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Knowing that's Jeff Hardy's, like,
exactly.
You know, one of his favorite things to do. So it could be a ladder match. I'm not sure though, but we just have to see.
That's a good thing too. But the biggest thing about Monday Night Raw was this Roman Reigns and John Cena contract signing, where they cut the most realistic promo.
Well, I'll say John Cena did.
Oh yeah, well John Cena definitely. Roman Reigns was just there to defend himself.
I mean, he pretty much chewed him up, spit him out, stepped on him like a bug.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But we got some sound bites from that, from that confrontation. Let you guys listen in.
This actually was like my favorite part.
And you stand there and blame me. Fine, I blame you. I'm still here because you can't do your job. When it comes to this yard, you probably haven't learned it yet. There's only one rule: step up or step aside. And over the years, there's been a few to step up, but nobody to ever keep up. And then I finally hear about this one guy, the Roman Reigns, the one that can keep up. And now I look at you, and I listen to you. You should be ashamed I'm a part-timer, because I can do this part-time better than you could ever do it full-time.
Oh my gosh. I tell you, John Cena, I
that
don't
hurt
know.
Me.
Yeah, I feel like they have real beef right now.
I do. I feel like it's like some real life hate going on right there.
Definitely. But you know what? One thing that I feel like they're kind of going over a little bit too much is Roman Reigns' lack of ability on the mic, which I do understand. But I mean, what does Brock Lesnar do? Like, no,
he has Paul
offense.
Heyman to talk to.
I mean, he does. That is true. But exactly, if Paul Heyman was there, Brock Lesnar doesn't say anything. And
he said something Monday night.
Oh, yeah, now that's true. And we got to get on that. He definitely spoke this Monday. So, but, man, I personally like Roman Reigns. I don't know. Maybe it's because the Samoan kind of thing about him. I don't know what it is. I like him. I will admit, my friend tells me all the time that his skill set is limited. But, I mean, a lot of, if we want to go back in history, a lot of the greatest people won with leg drops and elbow drops. So, I mean, can we really, get on this man? But, I mean, compared to all the other people like AJ Styles and stuff, they do have a great playbook of moves. So, I can understand. But I like Roman Reigns. But they are pushing him, like, in everything. So I understand the people's disdain on him because he is in every major situation. He's going to show up in one way or another.
And my thing is, I like the in-ring Roman Reigns, kind of.
Yeah.
I'd rather to see him more in the ring than to hear him on the mic. I mean, guys like, John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold, other like people who are just good on the mic, Roman Reigns to me doesn't have that.
No, he doesn't.
And I feel like right now Vince McMahon is just like forcing this guy on us. And some people are torn. Like you have probably two superstars right here in Roman Reigns and John Cena that most people are torn with. Some like him, some don't.
Yeah.
John Cena embraces the fact that people boo him and cheer him. But it's just kind of like Roman Reigns. It's just kind of like, whether you like me or not, I'm Roman Reigns. He's got the look,
yeah, definitely.
for the, to be the guy to take the torch. But to me, for a guy that's main event the last, 3 WrestleManias?
Yeah.
I mean, you would think he would be more over than what he is.
Definitely.
One thing I will say about Roman Reigns, one thing about his move skill set, I do not like the Superman punch.
What?
For him to be as big as you would think he would have a better finisher. Now, the spear maybe offsets that, but I just hate the Superman punch because it's just too much.
Okay, yeah.
For me, but a little bit over the top for me. But, I mean, that's just me.
No, I understand. Putting his size into play, yeah, that is kind of extra for this heavyweight because he is a heavyweight contender and he's just jumping with
jumping with a fist in the air. It's just like, punch. Dude, like do something else.
Yeah,
like
I respect that.
But I mean, I like Reigns though, but it's just this thing with, I feel like he's been with in the industry now 5 years. The whole Shield breakup. I really feel like the most successful person out of the whole Shield was Seth Rollins.
Definitely.
To me, he's better in the ring. He's better on the mic. And he can either be babyface or heel and still get a good reaction from the crowd.
Yeah, he's had success on both sides.
Yeah.
Which I feel like maybe that's what Roman may need to do just for him to kind of get over, basically. Because, I mean, people hate him. Mm-hmm. So give them what they want. I mean,
maybe they need to make him do a heel turn.
Yeah.
I think he'll be better as a heel. I will give him some props for that night after WrestleMania with The Undertaker. It was just like, he just stood there in the ring like 10 minutes, letting them boo, boo, boo.
Oh, they said a lot of stuff.
That was the best moment for him. Like, he really stood there and actually took that. And then all he said was, "This is my yard now." And drops the mic and walk out.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with the yard thing, I mean, that's the Undertaker. I mean, come up with your own. I understand, like, trying to retire the Undertaker and, like, hey, this is my yard now. But, like John Cena said in the whole confrontation, is like, hey, you fought a guy who's the end of his career with a bad hip. Right. You retired the Undertaker. And then you weren't even the first person to beat the Undertaker. Brock did that before.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you keep bringing this up like, I beat the Undertaker, I retired the Undertaker. Right. Undertaker pretty much retired himself.
Oh, definitely. And I think even in that, the purpose of Roman Reigns fighting the Undertaker was for the Undertaker to his last attempt at getting somebody over. Like, that should have pushed him up, but...
And, he never really... I don't know if he ever really officially retired because they keep bringing up... I wouldn't be surprised if he pops back up again around Mania season and maybe he maybe try to go at Roman again, but they're rumoring that it's supposed to be Reigns and Lesnar again at WrestleMania. I don't want to see that again. We saw that a couple years ago. But he may pop back up. He may resurface again.
He could. I mean, considering that, which is also why I felt so real about it. John Cena brought up a real-life situation with The Undertaker. Nobody really said that Undertaker had hip problems on actual WWE, so he really pulled something from real life. So I guess depending on how successful the hip surgery is that The Undertaker goes through, will he come back? Because, I mean, like you say, every year it looks like it should be over. Because, I mean, I'll be honest
How many years have we been saying that and it never is really over?
Now, I will say this. As far as WrestleMania, the last few WrestleManias with The Undertaker, it's been really disappointing for me to watch The Undertaker wrestle. Like, he still has it, but after a while, you see the old man in him. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, it's like, just stop. Like, I just feel like, just sit down. It's okay, man. Just go out.
The best WrestleMania, one of the last few that he's wrestled were the 2 against Shawn Michaels and the 2 against Triple H.
Yeah.
And then after that, the whole Brock thing, Brock pretty much destroyed him. And then he fought, who was it after that? He fought after Brock, I think he fought Bray Wyatt and then someone else, I think, after that, CM Punk or somebody like that.
Which I actually thought that the Bray Wyatt Undertaker WrestleMania would have been smart to help pull Bray Wyatt over as the new face of like the darkness.
That could have been
exactly. Like I liked when they had the Wyatt family carry out Kane and Undertaker together. That really could have promoted them as being the new people, but of course they never let Undertaker die then, which kind of killed that for him. And now you see Bray Wyatt's kind of in the back burner a little bit, kind of regaining surface now with this, him and Finn Balor kind of feud or whatever. But I'm going to shoot, since we talked about Brock Lesnar, I'm going to go into his promo with Paul Heyman, where he finally spoke and all he said was, welcome, Suplex City B.
Yeah. What he's trying to say is Suplex City B.
Yeah, definitely. But him and Braun Strowman, I like this match. I feel like this is actually a fan desired match. Like I know a lot of times WWE just push matches that they want versus and want people to like it. Like I feel like this one was something that the people wanted and they're finally giving it to them.
Because a lot of people really thought, because in that 4-way match at SummerSlam, Samoa Joe was kind of like the odd guy out in the match. And a lot of people liked that at Great Balls of Fire with him and Lesnar. They thought that was going to be a continuation because they kind of left the book open on that.
Yeah.
And then I guess Strowman had such a big showing at SummerSlam. They was like, we got to go with the hot person right now. We got to go with this guy because if we put Joe and Lesnar again, people are going to be upset. Like, how you do Braun Strowman? What do you do with Braun Strowman? So right now we got Reigns and Cena, which I think should not be at No Mercy. I think that's more of like a big type pay-per-view match. That should be more of like a Survivor Series, Royal Rumble type match. But I guess they got to try to promote Raw. Awesome. And then with Strowman, and Lesnar fighting now, it's like, what does that do for Samoa Joe? Where does that leave him? Because right now he doesn't have an opponent.
Well, also, which I learned from Wrestle Talk TV on YouTube, Samoa got hurt on a live event.
Oh, he did. See, I didn't know that.
I think it was his collarbone. I don't quote me on the what part of the body is injured, but from Wrestle Talk TV, I heard that Samoa Joe got injured, so he's going to be out for, I think, 4 to 6 weeks or maybe longer. So,
because I thought it was going to be Joe and Cena. I would like to see that over Reigns and Cena right now. That could have been pushed back a little bit further.
I actually would like to see Samoa and Reigns again. Like, I know they did it a couple times, and I thought
that's
that was
a good little feud.
Match.
And Reigns has never beat him yet, so
exactly.
So and it's my thing is this, it's just like, hey, I'm the big dog. This is my yard. But you got Lesnar pretty much tossed you all over the place. Joe's already choked you out a couple times. So Cena's stepping all over you on the mic. So I don't really think it's your yard.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh man, we took way too much time on Raw. It's like, nah, man, this is a good talk. We actually still got more to go on it. We're going to try and finish Raw, and we're going to get into SmackDown, and we still got NFL preseason talks after we get into Kyrie Irving trade. And that's it for this one, and we'll be right back with Sports Moods, 2 Moodies,
1 Duty.
Sports.